Hey guys, jumping into our class. We've got a few different exercises going on, and all you need is your yoga mat and some water. That's all the equipment that you need, and of course your beautiful self. Okay, we're gonna start with nice tall torso, lifting up through the spine, bringing these knees up one at a time. As we come on up, we are lifting those knees, pressing the heel down into the floor, active in the foot. We're gonna start to slow this down for a second. So pressing down one heel, lifting up through the spine, bringing that knee up nice and high. Let's switch legs. Pressing that heel down, lifting up through the knee. Again, just giving ourselves a chance to open up through the hips here. Let's go to the other side. Taking a moment, pressing through that heel, lifting up nice and tall. Last one here. Awesome. There we go. So shaking out those legs. We're going to come to the back of our mat here and come into a forward fold. Flow is what I call it. So lowering, actually let's bring those arms up to the sky, and then we're going to come down into a fold, lowering down. The first one's going to take a little bit longer just as we settle into this movement. Here we can bring those fingertips over to one side, over to the other. And really grounding down, centering here, lowering down. Then we're gonna walk our hands forward. We're gonna put our weight into our hands and walk ourselves forward into a straight plank here, just like how I am, or lowering down through the knees. And both options, you're gonna slowly lower all the way down, chest hits the floor, and then coming up into an upward dog, tops of your feet hang out on the floor. All right, and then pressing ourselves back up. Knees can come up last as we come up into a standing position and opening back up. Taking those arms up and then lower down. Good, we're gonna do that 5 more times. And as we go, we're gonna speed it up a little bit more here, okay? So let's reach those arms up, lifting up nice and high. We're gonna lower down into that forward fold, and then we're gonna walk ourselves out, either straight plank or bent knees, dropping down, chest down to the floor, and then coming up into a little upward dog, pressing through the hands, lifting ourselves up, and coming all the way back up to standing. Reaching those arms up, nice stretch of the belly, lowering down, walking ourselves out, dropping the knees or keeping the legs straight, lowering down, lifting up to upward dog. Good stuff. Pressing ourselves up. And then come on up. Good, we're halfway there. 3 more to go. Lowering down, forward fold, walking ourselves out. Core is strong and balanced here as we slowly lower and upward dog. Letting yourself take some time to stretch in these positions. Good stuff. Arms up. Lowering down, forward fold. This is number 5. We're getting to 6. Lowering down, nice and slow. Upward dog. Lowering down, pushing ourselves back up. Finding our 6th one, our last one for our warm up. Let's lower down. Walking ourselves out, feeling that breath start to get a little bit labored here as we work our body here. Upward dog. Pressing down, pushing ourselves away as we come on up. Finding our tall position, and let's bring those hands to heart center and shaking those arms out. Good stuff. Awesome. Okay, so we've got 4 exercises here as we jump into our cardio. 4 exercises, 30 seconds each, and we are going to do this one time around, just getting that heart rate lifted. Feel free to take some water before we jump in. Awesome, I have a little timer so I can keep ourselves on track with our 30 seconds. All right, first one is going to be an easy jack, okay? So like an easy jumping jack. Feel free to go into the jumping jack if you'd like. Here we are, starting with just side step, sending those arms out as well, okay? So side step, keeping those feet down on the floor. If you'd like to intensify this or bring up the intensity a little bit, you can jump from side to side there. As you go. Good stuff. 10 seconds before we hit into our next one here. Good stuff. Keep it going. Nice and tall for 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that knee, come on up. So bringing that knee into a knee smash here. Bring those arms up. So straight line from your heel to the fingertips. As we go, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the next. We're almost there. Keep it going. Nice and strong in that one leg. Feeling that. Good, keep it going for 3, 2, and 1. Other side, switching legs. Good stuff. Pulling those arms in as we bring that knee up, lifting together. Keep it going. Good. Keep it going. We're almost there. One more after this, and we don't have to do the cardio for about 10 seconds left. Keep it going. Keep pulling. Knee into the arms for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one here. Hit the floor, hit the ceiling. Hit the floor and ceiling, okay? Option to keep that intensity low. Just floor to ceiling, no jumping. All right, you want to bring that intensity up a little bit more. Floor and hop up. All right, 8 seconds, 7, 6. Keep it going for 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Walking it out, taking a moment, feeling that heartbeat come a little bit quicker now. Maybe taking some water here. Walking it out. Good job, you made it for the first part of the workout. Great. We're going on to round 2 or section 2 or whatever. All right, here we've got 7 exercises. We're gonna go 30 seconds each. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time in between to just tell you how they work, okay? So here we are. First one is squat. Feet hip width apart. We're gonna lower down into that seat and then come on pressing the floor down, pressing the floor away, okay? So here we are, 30 seconds, dropping it down. It's not a race here. We are doing our squats just for 30 seconds. So focusing on that form. If you had a weight, you can hold your weight right center here, right in that sternum area. All right, keeping those knees in line with the hips, in line with the toes. Wherever your toes are pointing, that's where your knees should be pointing as well. We got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Coming down on the floor, we've got shoulder taps here. All right, so down on the floor, option here to be in a plank position from the knees, just like this, or coming to a plank position from the toes, just like this, okay? If that's both of those are too difficult or they're not feeling so good, you can come onto all fours. I would suggest taking those feet off the floor, just toes into the ground. We're coming in for shoulder taps here, okay? So whatever option works for you. Let's get into it for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Trying to keep those hips level wherever you are. As you take one point of contact off the floor, your body's going to want to shift and rotate. We're trying to strengthen the core to offset that. So keep the head in line with the ribs, with the hips, with the shoulders, with the knees, all in one straight line. We're almost done for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. You can come back into child's pose, stretch it out for a moment. Good stuff. Down on the floor for the next one, we've got a side plank hold or lift, okay? So keeping our options, we have one knee bent at 90 degrees in line with the hip and shoulder. This is an option here, or we can come into straight legs just like this, okay? Just keeping everything in line, hips stacked on top of each other, okay? So we hold just like this, or we can come into little dips. Works both ways if you wanted to go from the knee there, okay? So go ahead. Here we are, finding that position that works good for you, holding or dipping those hips down. All right, just some things to keep in mind here. Keeping the shoulders in line and stacked, okay? We're not falling into the elbow, we're creating space between those shoulder blades. So pushing that shoulder and elbow away from the floor here. Good. We've got another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Coming over to the other side here. All right, so choosing your options again. We've got it going. Let's lift up, and here we are. Go ahead. Again, pushing that elbow into the floor. Just peek down. Make sure that that elbow is right underneath that shoulder. Making sure we're feeling safe and secure. Good stuff. Keep holding here. You can do those lifts or just focus on that hold, whatever works for you here, okay? You shouldn't feel pain when you're doing any of this. A little bit of muscle fatigue is normal, but never any pain. All right, for 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. We're still on the floor here, okay? Take a sip of water if you'd like. We are coming into our exercise number 4. Another few options here. All right, so here is our exercise. If you can, you're putting your hands right underneath your shoulders, fingertips pointing towards your heels, or just out to the side, whatever feels great or better for you. Feet down on the floor. We're coming up into tabletop. Pretty much those shoulders should be right underneath or right on top of the wrists and knees on top of the ankles. Okay, so lifting up into that tabletop, trying to hold that position, or we're gonna add some kicks here, okay? And again, trying to lift those hips up. 30 seconds, ready, 3, 2, 1, go ahead, holding up, looking up to the ceiling, all right? If your shoulders are feeling sore, if this doesn't feel so good, you might be further away from your shoulders, so get those shoulders right on top of those wrists. Slight bend in that elbow would be great instead of locked elbows. All right, and we're continuing to hold, so pushing those heels into the floor, lifting the bum up as best as you can. We got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Give those knees a hug, rounding those shoulders. An important stretch for that one that we just did. Making sure we round the lower back. We give some extra love to the shoulders there as we are moving on through the workout. Okay? Up on our feet for the next one. We've got a squat pulse here, okay? So here we are, finding our squat again like we did before. We're gonna lower down, squat, and pulse before we come back up. We're not gonna come right back up, we're gonna come for that pulse. All right, so here we are, lowering down into that squat, pulse, and press the floor away. Squat and pulse and lift, good stuff. As we lower down, I like to use my hands in front. It's just personal preference. You can do whatever you want with your hands. You can also grab a weight and hold it at your sternum area, just how we did for the first one. We squat, pulse, and press the floor away. Good job, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good stuff. Shaking those legs out. Here is a great place to grab a weight if you have one. If you don't have a weight, that's totally fine. We can use just the arms and legs here, okay? So first of all, we're on our back. We are hugging the knees in to the chest, all right? Our goal here is not really to stretch, really it's to get our lower back rounded into the floor here, okay? So lower back pressing into the floor. You can press those knees away. So holding the knees just like here, shoulders are relaxed onto the floor, okay? I'm gonna show you the level 1 first, and then we'll pick up the weight for level 2. Here we are, we can take one leg, heel pressing down, arms out, okay? Back, and one heel dropping alternatively. okay? So take a at a time, drop. Our goal here is to keep that low back pressed into the floor, okay? Option 2, you can grab a weight at any time or not, doesn't matter, still a great exercise without a weight. We have our straight leg, okay? So when you know you can move on from the heel tap, which was the first one, if you can do the heel tap and keep that lower back pressed into the floor, then you know you can do the straight leg as well. Okay, so here we are choosing our best option. We got 30 seconds on the clock, and here we go. Dropping the leg out and arms away as we are managing that low back, pressing it into the floor. Our abs are working here to keep that pelvis tilted back so the low back is pressing into the floor here. As continue, 10 seconds left here. As we go, 1, after the next, keep focused, keep strong, keep focusing on keeping that low back pressed into the floor for 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Excellent. We are flipping ourselves around on all fours here. All right, we've got a bear plank hold here, okay? So keeping that weight to a side if you have it. We have the back is nice and flat, so shoulders in line with the hips. Everything is a nice flat back and squared off. So hands are right underneath those shoulders, knees are right underneath those hips. As we push those toes into the floor, we're gonna hold just like this, a bear plank hold, focusing on working with the quads and the abs as well, okay? So keeping that low back straight and flat as we go, okay? Shoulders are also, we wanna make sure our shoulders are not leaning up like that. We wanna make sure those shoulders are in line. All right, so awesome, here we go, 30 seconds. We're gonna hold, take an inhale. Contract in the core, pushing those knees off the floor slightly, hovering the ground, and we hold here. All right, so holding, finding this exercise. This is a hard exercise. Once we get better at it, we get better for sure, but if you're just starting out, this is a hard exercise. If you need to drop those knees down, feel free to drop those knees down. It's totally fine. We got 5. Keep holding on if you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lowering down. We got through our full 7 exercises. We're gonna go through another few of them, okay? So here we go. Actually, let's take a break because we need a break for a second. Heart rate is beating. That is great. Walk around a little bit. I like to walk around. It just kind of helps blood flow through all of our body. It helps our breathing come and be in the right place. Take some water. Good stuff. All right, so we're gonna take 4 of these exercises. Are we gonna take 4? I'm just checking our time. We're gonna take 3 of these exercises and we're gonna do them again, okay? So first exercise, down on the floor, we're gonna do shoulder taps, okay? So here we are, choosing your best option because we've got our shoulder taps here. So from the knees, from all fours, or from the knees, or from the toes, go ahead. 3, 2, 1. We've got this. Tapping the opposite shoulder, trying to keep those hips level. Sorry for that huge bulge in my back. That's the microphone. Doesn't look very nice. But keep those hips level as we go. Rocking from one side to the next. Trying not to rock actually. Trying to keep our balance. Keep our focus here for 5, 4. Good job, you guys. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower down. Taking a moment, take that breath in. And coming back up to our feet, we're gonna do our squat and pulse, okay? So kicking out, moving those shoulders, rotating those wrists if you need to. Here we are, feet hip width apart. Taking a nice deep breath in. And here we go, okay? We're lowering down into that squat, pulse, and press the floor away, okay? Here we are, 30 seconds, ready. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Squat, pulse, and push the floor away. Squeeze the glutes. Squat, pulse, and lift. Good. As we are lowering down, we are inhaling. As we push the floor away, we are exhaling. Exhale on the hard part of the exercise. It helps with the flow of everything. Lower down, pulse, push the floor away, squeeze the glutes. We're almost there. Keep it going, mamas, or whoever's watching this. 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. So that was exercise 2. We're gonna do one more. And let's see what I'd like to do. We are going to do our, let's do our bear plank hold, okay? So down on the floor again here. We are pressing through the arms, lifting through the knees there, okay? So 1 30-second round, we're just gonna hold that position, nice little bear plank. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. As we push the floor away, if you wanna create a little bit more intensity, you're gonna tap out. So alternate arm, alternate leg. So left arm, right leg, tapping out, right arm, left leg, okay? So taking the opposite. If you tried to do the same side, you'd probably fall over. So keeping it alternate because we want to keep our core balanced here as we go for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job, you guys. We are done our little mini workout here. Excellent. Okay, so sitting down on those hips or on the bum here. Okay, we're going to sit down on our seat. We're going to lift up, taking a nice deep breath, lifting up through our torso. Let me shift over for you so you have a better view. Lifting up through our torso, using the abs that we have to lift up. Inhale, feeling that rise of the spine, and exhale, lowering down into that stretch. So taking that stretch, coming into that one leg, we've got a hamstring stretch here. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, deepen into that stretch if you can. Starting to let go of any of the muscles that are creating tension, that are still holding on. Inhale, exhale. Good stuff. Let's take that other side, other leg open, lifting up in that torso. Inhale, feel ourselves lengthening up, and then exhale, lowering down. Inhale, exhale, using the exhale to deepen into that stretch, to let go of any of the muscles that might still be holding on. Good, and starting to feel that heart rate start to slow down a little bit, coming into that recovery mode. One more breath here, inhale and exhale. Good stuff. Let's take ourselves onto all fours here. One more stretch. We're gonna open up. So on all fours, we're gonna open up to a chest stretch on one side. And then we're gonna take that arm all the way down, all the way through the needle, keeping the hips lifted in the air, using this other hand to push the floor away, giving us a little bit of a mini twist in our torso there. Feeling that twist, feeling that stretch in the back of the shoulder that's on the floor, in the upper back. We're gonna release that. We're gonna come into the other side. So I'm gonna turn myself away from you for a moment, but opening up the chest on the other side, and then we're gonna thread through, bringing that arm all the way down. Thread through the needle, using this other hand to push us away, finding that deeper stretch here. Inhale, exhale, and then come on back. Let's finish off with a child's pose. You're going to reach those hands forward, lower our heart down to the floor, keeping those hips sinking down to the ground as we bring our forehead to the floor. Close your eyes. Nice deep breath in. Amazing work, you guys. Come on up. Good job. I am so glad that you did this workout. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great day.